that's exactly what innovation is all about. Taking bold risks. What about this product? Anybody could tell me what is this? Kindle. What? Isn't it an unrelated diversification for Amazon? Amazon is a service. They took the chance to develop. They were in the service sector, and they took the bold idea of manufacturing and coming up with an electronic reader that actually ended up being 100% superior than Sony's. They're cashing in. Really cashing in. Next. Now, let's talk a little bit about other aspects of innovation. Now companies are changing its focus from being product-centric to being experience-centric, which means that the product is not what is important. It's not important what you do, but what you know. And what you know could be deployed in different ways to different customers. And Procter & Gamble has learned their lesson, maybe the hard way. This is Procter & Gamble's Mr. Clean product. They use that to sell for washing cars. Procter & Gamble historically has been a very innovative company, but their innovation has been product-centric. The problem about being a product-centric innovator is that the lifespan of your innovation is very short. Virtually all products are imitable. All products are imitable. And the pace of imitation is getting short and short and short, and maybe the most important competitive advantage that a company could have is actually being the first mover in a particular field. But then, what Procter & Gamble is doing is moving from innovating products to developing experiences. Now, they're using their knowledge of the product to create experience, which is to create a car wash franchise. A car wash franchise where they use their products. But you know what's interesting about these car washes, diversification? It's not a product anymore. It's a service where they're going to offer Wi-Fi. You're going to have your car cleaned in less than 15 minutes, the basic cleaning, and the in-depth cleaning in 30 minutes, where you will have snacks. There will be a demo lobby for Procter & Gamble products. You'll have large flat screens. But there's another interesting thing about this business model. If your kids want to participate in the cleaning of your car, they can provide them with water guns to have fun. Are they in the business of soap? Or are in the business of what? Experience. Isn't it fascinating? We should focus on the experience. Now, we can innovate in different ways. We can innovate whenever we have a short technological cycle, which is basically whenever we innovate products like cell phones. Or what about whenever we can when we have long technological cycles? We cannot innovate here. It's very difficult. And here, this quadrant, the name of that quadrant is called saneness. Whenever we try to innovate, where the product is, where the technology does not allow me to innovate, and it's the same product, you just can't. And you fall into the virus of competing. You compete because you have a very similar value proposition. And the only powerful differentiator you can have is price. Is how much you can live or how much you can be miserable with the kind of profits that you want, that you can actually get from this lower price. So you're competing on efficiency, on cutting legs, right? Not on creating value. But there's another kind of innovation that is not centric from the product, but centric by the ideas. You can have a piece of steel here, and you can sell it in the market of commodities to manufacture maybe cars or for construction. But if you add up technology, knowledge to that piece of steel, you can use that piece of steel maybe to produce rockets. It's the same principle, but you just add up knowledge. And maybe one of the best ideas about innovating around ideas could come from two companies, maybe Cemex and IKEA. Who's heard about IKEA? Yes. IKEA is a huge, huge company where you get in, and it's a company that sells furniture, but it's furniture that every single piece is designed differently. They as well sell house or home accessories, and they have in their warehouses, basically, they display the furniture and accessories, by forming a complete kitchen, a complete bedroom. So they have all the decoration and all the layout of a very nice house, it's a very nice bedroom, and that's the way they display the products. Interesting thing, you go, you pick up, you choose the product, you go, and if it's like a nice bookshelf or a nice bed, you go ahead and you pick it up from the warehouse, and everything is packaged, flat, in a flat box. You take it home and you assemble it. So you're not the customer of IKEA anymore. You are the part of the assembly line of IKEA. You are co-creating with IKEA. And let me tell you one thing. You buy a bookshelf at about 50% less than your competitor. You take it home, you carry it on, and you took the time to assemble it. Now, that bookshelf will have not just a decorative value, but it will have sweat equity because you assembled it. And the connection that you will have with the product is very different because it's emotional. So if products do not ignite emotions, it means that your product is undifferentiated. You have to energize your consumer. You have to delight it. If you're not delighting it, you're not innovating. You're just competing. Okay? What about Apple? They're just coming out, innovation behind innovation, behind innovation. We're going to talk a little bit more about Apple. Now, we can innovate in a lot of places, not just in the product. We can innovate, for instance, how is your product or service delivered? How do we buy music now? Do we go to the store and buy a CD? No. We download it. I just don't bother going anymore to buy DVDs or CDs. I go to iTunes. That's it. And Apple is actually the leader there. Apple sells more music now than Walmart. They control. Gee, I have 5 minutes. Impossible. Now, what is the customer really using your product for? I have two stories here. The first is in Mexico. I don't know if you heard about this product, Pedialyte, which is something that you give to children when they are dehydrated. Well, about 25% of all the Pedialyte sold in Mexico is not sold in hospitals or drugstores, in clubs and bars.